"You're dead weight, Ray. You always have been." She said it at our own dinner table. 12 people in the room. Family, neighbors, people who had sat at that table for years, eating my food, shaking my hand, calling this house ours. I was at the counter, finishing the dinner I'd been up since 5 making. Donna didn't whisper it, didn't pull me aside. She said it like a verdict. Something tightened in my chest. Not anger, not yet. Just that slow, cold recognition that this wasn't new. Just finally loud enough for 12 other people to hear. I've been carrying this family for years, carrying you, and I'm done. I set the dish on the table, pulled my chair out, sat down. Nobody moved. Not Marcus, not her mother. 12 people, and the only sound in the room was the ceiling fan turning overhead. That silence wasn't confusion, it was agreement. She kept going, voice getting stronger, like the quiet was giving her permission. I looked at her once, just once, and realized this wasn't a conversation. It was a performance, and I was the only one in the room who hadn't been given a script. "Ray, I want you out of this house, tonight, in front of everyone, so there are witnesses." Witnesses. I pushed my chair back, walked to the kitchen, filled her coffee cup the way I had every single morning for 29 years, without being asked, without a word. Set it beside her plate. She didn't thank me, didn't even look at it. I went upstairs. Didn't take much, just what I needed. Then I walked out. No argument, no explanation, nothing. But before I reached my truck, I wasn't opening my contacts. I opened notes. She thought she was ending something that night. She didn't realize she was handing me a starting point. September 13th, Saturday, 7:41 p.m. I knew exactly what we owned. Every account, every asset, every number she assumed she understood, and didn't. That was never the question. The question was whether she knew what I was about to do with that knowledge. She didn't. I checked into a room off the I-10 feeder near Katy, sat on the edge of the bed, kept writing, and somewhere between the numbers and the dates, it stopped feeling like loss. This was the kind of quiet that doesn't stay quiet for long. By the third day, the story looked different. When you put everything in one place, dates, accounts, decisions made and unmade, something shifts. The fog clears. You stop asking what went wrong. You start seeing exactly when it did. 11 pages by Wednesday morning, and the notebook wasn't finished. One text from Donna in 3 days. "You can come get the rest of your things Thursday." No question mark. No name. A time slot. The way you'd schedule a plumber. I left it on red. Monday morning, Michael Tran's office. Westheimer Road, 23rd floor. I'd carried his name in my phone for 7 years. The kind of contact you file away and pray you never use. I walked in with printed pages, sat down. He read without speaking, long enough that I noticed. "You've documented everything." I had 3 days. He asked about the deed first. Joint tenancy, my name primary, purchased 1996, refinanced once, no liens. He moved through the accounts, the retirement, made notes without reacting. Then he looked up. "Has she contacted a lawyer yet?" I told him I didn't know. "She will." He folded his hands on the desk. "You left voluntarily. That could be framed as abandonment. So before she controls the narrative, we file a formal separation request. Date, circumstances, your position on record." He paused. "And you stop paying the joint expenses, the mortgage, utilities, insurance, everything you've been covering. You stop." Not aggressively. He let that land, one item at a time. Not to hurt her, just to stop protecting her. That was the first withdrawal he knew about. There were others he didn't. Same week, insurance provider. Home policy renewed October 1st. Removed myself as primary. Redirected my share, $340 a month, into a new account at Frost Bank. My name only. Then the property management company on Gessner. Duplex we'd owned 11 years. My name was primary contact on the lease agreement. I updated the deposit instructions. quietly. Donna didn't know about the Frost account, didn't know about the rental update, didn't know I'd already sat across from a lawyer with 11 pages of documentation. Friday evening, she posted a photo. Dinner with her sisters. Smiling. Caption. 4 seconds. Then I put the phone face down on the desk. She thought the hardest part was already behind her. The mortgage payment she hadn't noticed yet. The 2 automatic transfers that had quietly stopped. The letter already in the mail from Michael Tran's office. She hadn't opened any of it yet. The gap between what she believed and what was actually happening, widening by the hour. And somewhere in Houston, my wife was at dinner, completely certain she had already won. 9 days. That's how long it took before she noticed. 9 days of photos and dinners and telling people she was finally free, while the ground underneath her shifted one quiet withdrawal at a time. Marcus called on the 9th day. Not to check on me. Ray, she's upset about the mortgage, says you're doing it on purpose. The account's joint, I said. She has access. She can cover it. Silence on his end. Ray, this doesn't have to get ugly. Tell her to call Michael Tran's office. Numbers on the letter she received 4 days ago. I hung up, wrote the time in my notebook. Entry 41. The following week, Donna's lawyer, Patricia Heald, River Oaks, sent Michael a formal response to the separation filing. Donna was claiming primary residency rights, claiming the house was her primary asset, claiming my departure was voluntary abandonment. Michael set the document down without expression. She's aggressive, which means she's confident. A pause. Which means she hasn't looked closely at the deed structure yet. When will she? This week. Here's what Patricia Heald didn't know yet. 3 weeks before Donna threw me out, I had moved my retirement into a protected rollover account. Completely legal, entirely mine, unreachable under Texas community property filing. Michael had confirmed it the moment I showed him the paperwork. She had built her entire case around an asset she couldn't touch. Meanwhile, the confidence was accelerating. My neighbor sent me a photo without comment. 4 cars in the driveway, every light in the house on. She was living like the outcome was already printed and framed. I called Michael the next morning. I'm ready to file the full asset declaration. All of it? He asked. All of it. He was quiet for a moment. Ray, once we file, she sees everything at once. The rollover, the rental redirect, the Frost account. Her lawyer gets the full picture in one envelope. I know. You ready for that? I thought about the dinner I'd been up since 5 making. The coffee poured for 29 years without once being thanked. 12 people at that table who said nothing. Been ready, I said. She just didn't know it yet. Michael filed Thursday morning. Harris County District Court. Case numbers stamped, dated, entered into record. By Friday afternoon, Patricia Heald had called his office twice. The second call wasn't a question. It was a request for an emergency meeting. All 4 of us, 1 table. Michael told me what that meant. Donna had finally seen the full picture, and she still didn't understand what she was looking at. The second call from Patricia Heald wasn't a negotiation. It was a white flag dressed in legal language, and Donna didn't know I could see exactly what it was. Tuesday, 10 a.m., Michael's office. I arrived early, chose the chair facing the door, poured myself a water from the table, waited. Donna arrived with Patricia Heald 6 minutes late. Patricia, composed, briefcase, reading glasses already on. Donna was dressed well, hair done. She walked in like she was arriving to correct a misunderstanding. She looked at me once, then away. Patricia opened. We'd like to discuss the asset declaration filed Thursday, specifically the retirement account transfer and the rental income redirect. Our position is that both constitute dissipation of marital assets. Michael didn't move. The SEP IRA rollover was executed September 1st, 12 days before the separation date, legally protected under Texas statute. He slid a document across the table. Page 4, subsection C. Patricia read it, expression unchanged, but she stopped writing. The Gessner rental income has always been directed by the primary leaseholder. That's Ray. 11 years. We have the original management agreement. Another document. Page 1. Signature line. Donna looked at the paper, then at me. Ray. Softer now. The September performance was gone entirely. We don't need to do this. 29 years. Over one bad night? I said things I shouldn't have. In front of people. I know that. I was carrying too much and I took it out on you. Patricia touched her arm briefly. A signal. Donna kept going. This isn't who we are, Ray. No one moved. Michael looked at me, the smallest nod. I picked up the folder sitting in front of me, set it on the table without opening it, met Donna's eyes for the first time since she walked in. You asked for witnesses, I said. I brought documents. Patricia reached for the folder, opened it slowly. 11 pages. Every account, every date, every asset. The notebook, typed and printed clean. Behind it, the Frost Bank statement, the rental redirect confirmation, the separation filing with its timestamp, the full picture, in order, with receipts. First page, second page. She set her pen down on the third. Donna was watching her lawyer's face, trying to read something in it. Patricia, barely a whisper. What? Give me a moment. Somewhere in the building, a phone rang twice and stopped. Patricia closed the folder, looked at Michael. We'll need to reconvene. Of course. Donna stood when Patricia did. Her eyes stayed on me. Something in them I hadn't seen before. Not anger, not the performance from September. Something closer to the truth of what she'd done and what it had cost. I stood, picked up my water glass, set it back on the coaster, the same quiet, deliberate way I'd set that coffee cup beside her plate in front of 12 people. Walked out first. Behind me, I heard Patricia tell Donna quietly, "We have a problem." She didn't look at Donna when she said it. Patricia Heald sent a revised proposal the following Monday. No court, no judge, a settlement. I read it at the kitchen table of a furnished apartment off Westheimer. My own place now, my own key. Single bedroom, clean, quiet. Nothing on the walls yet. The proposal gave me the Gessner rental outright. My SEP IRA untouched. A structured buyout of my share of the Memorial House. $187,000. Payable within 90 days. Michael called while I was still reading. She blinked. I see that. Ray, you walk away whole. I looked out the window. Houston gray and flat under an October sky. 29 years. The dinner I'd been up since 5 making. The coffee she didn't look at. Send the counter, I said. We settled 2 weeks later. I signed on a Wednesday afternoon, walked out onto Westheimer, stood on the sidewalk for a moment. Traffic moved. People passed. Nothing about the world paused for it. And here is the thing nobody tells you about that moment. It didn't feel like winning. It felt like finally putting down something I'd carried so long I'd forgotten it had weight. Donna texted that evening. I hope you know I never wanted it to end this way. Read it once, set the phone down. Because here's what nobody in that room of 12 people saw coming. Not Marcus, not her mother, not Donna herself. The woman who called me dead weight in front of witnesses spent the 72 hours after throwing me out calling, texting, sending messages through anyone who would carry them. Begging in the way people beg when they realize what they had, only after they've made sure the whole room watched them throw it away. Not one went answered. Not because of anger. Anger would have meant she still held something in me. There was nothing left to hold. Wednesday night, standing at the kitchen window, looking at nothing in particular, I didn't leave because I stopped caring. I left because I finally started. I wrote it in the notebook. Last entry. Then I closed it.
Some stories don't end with a win. They end with the clarity, I would say. And if something in it like in this stayed with you, so do let me know. I will read every comment. And that's it. Thank you.